Hey guys, how's it going? I know there's been a lot of welding in this elevator build so far. We got a little bit more today. I'm going to kind of fast forward through it. Here I'm just welding the handrails in place and just doing some finishing welding, trying to get this thing wrapped up so I can start drilling some holes for mounting the casters as well as the lift mechanism. And there's also going to be an unboxing of the hoist that showed up over the weekend. So anyway, should be getting through this welding pretty darn quick. Now here I'm cutting some 4-inch square tube it's got 1/4-inch wall, and what I plan on doing with this is making a lift bracket that I can bolt to the top cross tube and then put a lifting ring on it to lift the cab. So I'm cutting it here on the bandsaw. My bandsaw was starting to drift a little bit, didn't make a real straight cut, but for what I'm going to use it for, it should be fine. So here I'm taking the tube, marking off lines for me to cut it, and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm trying to make a U-shaped piece out of it. So I'm splitting it here with the cutoff wheel. Now I'm going to cut each side off, so I've got each half of the U. It's kind of L-shaped to make the U. Now after cutting each half off, I'm just using the grinder here to clean up all the burrs on each side, and also where I'm going to weld them together, I'm grinding a 45 on the corner. Now here I'm sandwiching each half together around a 2x3 scrap tube that I had to get the two halves lined up before I weld them together. And here you can see the little seam. There's a little bit of a gap there where where I 45'd it to give me a little more room for weld to fill in there. Just tacking them in place, and I'll be doing a continuous weld here in a second. Here I'm just grinding the weld down smooth so that I've got a flat surface to drill for mounting my lifting ring. Next I need to locate the center for the lifting point of the cab. That's what I'm doing here. It's at around 16 inches. After getting the lifting ring located where I wanted it, I used a transfer punch to locate the two holes that I'm going to drill to bolt the lifting ring in place. I'm using two 1/2-inch diameter grade 8 bolts to mount that. You should be able to see the 2 punch marks left by the transfer punch here in this shot. Just gives me a good point to locate my holes with my drill. Now to drill the 2 holes, I'm using my Milwaukee Mag Drill. The Mag Drill uses an annular cutter to drill the holes. That's what I'm showing here. This is what the tip of it looks like if it focuses. Drills a nice hole. Now the Mag Drill has a large magnet located on the bottom of it, and when you flip the power on, the magnet activates, holds the drill in place, and then you can drill the hole by using the 3 arms pulling down on it. You get good pressure on it. It's much easier to drill than trying to do it with just a hand drill. I can't apply enough pressure to really drill a hole that well, and that's where this thing really works nice. The Mag Drill isn't a cheap tool price-wise. They run in the neighborhood of $1,000. Very expensive, obviously, but if you're doing a lot of drilling in steel, it works out really good for doing that. Drilling them by hand is so much more difficult. As I mentioned earlier, I picked up a hoist for lifting the elevator. So I thought I'd do an unboxing of that here to show you what comes with this. This one, there's no assembly required. There's very few parts that go to this, and everything is all together. So what you get with the hoist is an instruction booklet, the mounted pulley. That pulley will allow you to double the capacity of the lift from 1,000 to 2,000 pounds. Little control pendant, which has kind of a short lead, a bag of nuts and bolts for mounting, and 2 brackets for mounting the hoist. It runs on 110. There is a limit switch mounted on the hoist so that as you're going up, when you get to a preset stop, the lift will shut off. Here's how the lift sounds when it's running. Here's what the backside of the lift looks like.